What's up, guys, and welcome back to another trading recap with me, Oscar. Today I'm going to recap my third real capital trade. This turned out to become a green trade, and I'm really I'm really happy with execution um, of this trade and that I pulled off. And as you'll see, um, we have some stock trade issues, but I'll briefly explain the setup as of right now with this frozen screen. So, CODX, been doing some tracking about this recent market condition. So I'll pull that up for you real quick. So, and that's very good lessons right away. You don't only have to track stuff. You don't only have to track setups. You can also track like environments. So I'll pull up this real quick. I'm sorry I didn't do this beforehand. So I've been tracking this recent supernova like sector-ish. It's not a sector, but we have had like a couple of supernovas. I also made it really simple so that I have made a column so that I can sort by how many days the stock runs, if they gap up, what's the first day run, etc., 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 etc. So CODX did pull off a 116% gain yesterday, and it gapped up roughly 20% today. And I wanted to see, okay, what, and right off the top of my head, I know that this has a better off of being a potential short on the second day due to this tracking than a long. And that's simply because I'm tracking this. I've been tracking this. So how I do it, I look at, okay, so the stocks that run for 2 days usually runs between or below 100% on the first day. We have ADOM, which is an outlier, and therefore I was also somewhat not sketchy, but I wasn't 100% secure on CODX being overextended gap and crap or overextended gap up, because if we look into, and now I can mark this as well as a 1 day runner, because if you look into the 1 day runners, you'll see that the majority of the trades have a 1 day gain over at least 100 and 120 or even 50%. The majority, these other trades which are like below 100 are simply, they're not like the same as these. But yeah, so first lesson right away, being meticulous is never going to hurt you. So stuff like this, tracking that can give you an edge, just do it. It's like Nike, just do it. It's a pain in the ass for sure, but I'll promise you that you will be getting so much for it, for the effort that you make. So my main thought process about this trade is CODX. Yeah, it pulled off a 116 spike yesterday. Is gapping up as of right now. I've reserved shorts. I've reserved shares. I actually reserved 200 shares, so I could play a 1,000 position. Have in mind that I'm trading with a 3,000 account, but as I have been promising myself to not trade with big size and not take big percent gains, as before I have finished tracking this particular setup with overextended gap ups, so that I get a statistical edge and a guidance where to take profits, I had made a promise to myself to take profits at 10 to 15%, unless the charts tells me something else. And if the charts tells me faster than that percentage span that I should get out, of course I'm going to get out. Basically, I'm just more cautious before I got my tracking down, and this is exactly what you'll see. I waited for this bounce after we have this. It's not right off a flush, but this small panic sort of in the morning. I showed it into strength, did a really great job at that. I'll show you real quick as we refresh this that it also is at right at VWAP. So this is also a guidance. I know like this pattern because there's patterns within patterns and stuff like that. So I had a guidance of where to put my entries in. So overall, I did a really great job with this trade. A bit too careful as it dropped. Probably not 10% more, but yeah, it dropped like 8% more from my covers. But as I said, I'd rather be trading small and being more careful in the beginning so that I learn and to control my emotions and stuff like that. So main things to take from this trade to continue on doing is being meticulous by tracking stuff. I don't know, writing checklist. I made a checklist that I have in paper form so that I make sure that I check everything off, like warrants. We have recent behaviors. We have sector runners, like yeah, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's basically being about being meticulous and then getting your tracking down so that you get confident with your setups so that you don't have to guesstimate where your cover should be. This is a guesstimate as you see as of right now. In the future, when I get the tracking down, I'll be more confident to hold a bit longer because then I got the statistics down that says, okay, in average from the top or from the last bounce, there is 20% of downside or something like that. So yeah, guys, very simple trade. I'll show you the screenshot that I made so that you believe me. I'm not a fraud. So we had the short 100 entry, closing price, realized, all this stuff. So, and I'm not showing my account number, of course, for security reasons. So yeah, guys, that's everything I wanted to say. Hopefully we can look back at this trade in a year or something when I make way much more money, when I am so secure with the setups that I can take real size. Thanks you guys, and follow my journey. Peace.